All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's go over to Tobago once again. We are going to talk about World Migratory Bird Day, which takes place on Saturday, 11th May. Roy Corbin, member of the Wildlife Association of Tobago, is joining us via Skype. Roy, good morning.
Morning. How are you going, man?
I am all right. How are you, sir?
Well, not too bad at all here.
So what is happening with the Wildlife Association as we look forward to Migratory Bird Day?
Well, the migratory birds are very important both for the both islands, and we're having a big problem now on the both islands, which you might know and others might know that a lot of the habitat that those birds would come to get the proteins and the minerals and the other different stuff that they need for their survival are fast disappearing.
So what type of birds are we talking about here?
We're talking about some of the seed birds, a lot of the hummingbirds, and even some of the hawks.
Any other like birds that we don't really see that often?
Well, as a matter of fact, some of the birds have stopped coming already because habitat have been destroyed.
What types of birds are these, for example?
That's like the ruby. You might not know that bird.
Probably not. I don't know many birds, you know.
we also have the black-throated mango, that's a hummingbird, the white-necked Jacobin, the ruby topia, and I could go on all morning. But I think that stemmed from, okay, let me go back a bit. Our dairy industry had died, which we know. A lot of the dairy farms have crashed because maybe too much imported milk. So that have destroyed a lot of the open fields that a lot of these birds would come to get some of those grasses.
Right.
So that habitat has almost gone. So maybe if we try to bring back that industry by stop importing some of that stuff that we import, and we will get back some of those open fields so that a lot of these birds can survive.
Yeah. So what would you say is the major cause for these habitats for birds to be destroyed?
Well, the cows are not there anymore grazing, so these fields would take over back with the wild bushes and trees. So that open grass field wouldn't be no more. So if we have the pastures back again and they've been maintained, the grasses would be coming up again and we'll have these open fields.
Right. And what can we do as members of Trinidad and Tobago, members of the public, to ensure that these habitats are there for these birds to come?
Well, I think it's down to us as locals to try our best to get back the open grazing fields, because what's happening to a lot of the farmers are doing a lot of zero grazing, which is the animals are kept indoors and grass is being cut and take to the animals. Now the animals are four legs. Naturally, they're supposed to be out there standing on those four legs grazing, walking around, taking what they need and leaving what they don't need. Well, we are taking just a certain amount of stuff to them.
Right.
So we need to have the animals back out there grazing so they can keep the balance of the different grasses and bushes and stuff that need to be there.
Yeah, so there are a lot of things that we can do. Now, there is something that I always wanted to find out about bird watching in Trinidad and Tobago. Is it a popular thing?
Yes, very popular. A lot of the foreigners come here to see a lot of our beautiful birds that we have here so far. Some have disappeared already from Trinidad and Tobago, but the few we have left, a lot of people still come to see them.
How many types of birds do we have in Trinidad and Tobago?
We have hundreds. Hundreds.
And I can probably name five.
A bit. In Tobago, we have a very, very unique bird here. It's called the blueback manakin. It's only found in Tobago. The short-tailed blueback manakin.
So for bird watchers around the world, they have to go to Tobago?
Yes, to see that bird. Yes,
yeah, so we should probably promote more of the bird watching across the islands so that, we could encourage more tourism for bird watchers.
Yes, that's wonderful, yeah.
Is the Wildlife Association of Tobago doing anything in particular on Saturday?
Well, we are trying our best to try to do a couple shows so that people can come and be educated. on how important a lot of the animals and birds and butterfly insects, no matter what once it's wild, we try to encourage people to save the animals, educate them on how important each individual animal is for our survival, because we need these animals in order for us to be here.
So is it that plans aren't finalized yet as it relates to that, or what is going on with it?
I didn't get that.
Is it that plans for this event isn't finalized?
Not yet. We're still working on getting the plans up and running.
Well, I would like to wish you all the very best with that, Mr. Roy Corbin.
I have one question. Since we have a great expert here. I grew up and learning in primary school in textbooks and whatnot about the bird of paradise in Little Tobago. Is that still around on the island?
Trinidad.
Sorry?
You're not getting that in Tobago anymore.
You don't get it in Tobago anymore?
Yeah, they used to come to Tobago from Trinidad to feed and go back, but they stopped coming. There have been a sighting of a couple of them late last year.
Do you have any information as to why they don't nest in Tobago anymore?
Well, I think could be habitat also.
All right. Well, hopefully.
A lot of these things are right back down to habitat.
Yeah, just
so we humans are really doing serious damage to our environment.
And yeah, that's another topic for another time as pertains to environmental preservation and conservation as well. I want to thank you very much, Sir,
Mr.
for
Roy Corbin.
Mr. Roy Corbin, for joining us this morning and all the information you've given, and you've answered a very important question to me, because I've actually been asking myself for a few days now, because I was actually in Tobago recently and I was wondering like if I could make it to Little Tobago, the little island there, and see the bird that I've seen in my textbook.
Okay, Carrie, so you don't have to continue boasting about being in Tobago, okay? Mr. Roy Corbin, thank you very much once again for joining us via Skype this morning for this really wonderful information. Carrie, it is time for you to do your DIY segment, something you can boast about doing that I can't.
amongst a number of other things as well, Rishi, but let's not go there this morning. All right, so it's time for DIY now.
Do it yourself. Brought to you by TNZ Home Improvement Center, making home improvement easy since 1986.
All right, everybody. So I know I started a project 2 weeks ago, and that project would have come to its conclusion today or maybe in one episode from today. But